DreamHack Open is brought to you by Corsair, Intel, and Monster Energy.
Championship Sunday here at DreamHack Open Summer, and today we are crowning not one but two champions. That's right, after a relentless road of competition to get here, we've got both EU and NA Grand Finals back to back, as it's time to determine who will be lifting the glorious DreamHack Open trophy and take the lion's share of 90,000 euros per region. Kicking off the proceedings, world number one's Big will be taking on the underdogs of Heroic, before the juggernauts of Liquid battle a hungry Furia to claim our NA title. Everything has been leading up to this very moment, and I can't wait to be getting into the action. Of course, joining me for all the action to be unfolding, the wonderful Potter and Blair. And Christine, it's been such an emotional rollercoaster for loads of these teams getting here. How do you feel to finally be at Championship Sunday?
I'm excited. I'm excited to see this series coming out. I'm sure that that emotional roller coaster, we're going to see a lot more of it here today. I am hopeful that Heroic had a little powwow yesterday. They got together, discussed that blunder, and I don't think we're going to be seeing that sort of emotions coming out of Heroic today. I think it should be more so focused, cool, calm, and collected.
Well, that's the thing. We're going to be kicking off with a grudge match, aren't we, Siden? Both Big and Heroic have faced each other already at this tournament, so I think it's going to be a spicy one.
Oh, indeed. And if you remember the scoreline, it's pretty close. It's one of the closest matchups that Big have had so far. And Heroic, yeah, it was a scrappy affair yesterday against Complexity. It could have gone either way. But got to remember, Big were down 14-8 at a point on the final map, so they had to claw back as well. So it was a scrappy affair for both the sides. Yeah, I'm excited. I feel like it's going to be very cool showing. Heroic, they seem prepared as the nerves should have calmed down a little bit. For Big, though, they've shown that they have what it takes to claw their way out. There's a reason why they're the number one team here. So I'm excited. 100%.
It's going to be incredible. And of course, none of that would be possible without our awesome sponsors, Monster Energy, Corsair, and Intel. You guys, the real MVPs of this tournament. And I cannot wait to be delving into it. But before we do that, I think we should relive some of the moments that we witnessed yesterday. Because Christine, there were so many incredible players going down. If you could pick one, where would you land?
We got to go to Xantares, man. You know, yesterday, even this whole week, we've been talking about Xantares. He's that weapon for this Big side of things, when he's going to activate, when he's going to have one of those throwaway matches where he just takes over completely. We haven't seen it yet, but these are the glimpses of it. Xantares, he's so impactful. All of a sudden, he just pulls out a 3K out of his hat and converts the round. So really, Xantares is an exciting player to watch.
And I know you, Blair, you wanted to comment on Cadian, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a scrappy affair, but I got to point out both the two players we showcased there. Xantares, he is the highest rated player for his team so far in this event, tied alongside Mr. Sturson on the AWP. On the other hand, for Heroic, you've had Nico looking fantastic so far. Starvin had his moments as well, tested alongside him. But Cadian has been not just the highest rated player, he's also the in-game leader. We started 4K from him in the end there to close out that series. He's been fantastic so far, and also my favorite person to interview so far in this event. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool, these two teams.
You know what? I'm holding out hope for Heroic to lift this trophy just so we can speak to Cadian again. And hopefully, you know, he might have 5 rocket lollies this time. He might be really celebrating, going hard. But speaking of which, we've got to move on to our topic of the day. You know what? We really have saved the best until last. We're going to be speaking about dogs. And I know what you're thinking. You've got to be either in the small dog camp or the big dog camp. I am firmly in the small dog camp. I think, you know, they're way cuter, you know, less messy. But you guys, you're in the big dog camp, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean,
well,
Potter's got two, you know?
DreamHack has both, and you're perfectly in the middle. I'm the big dog, Freya's the small dog, and you're in the middle.
I love my small dog, but he was kind of completely useless apart from trying to look cute. While the bigger one was kind of useful. Like someone comes in, annoys him, like go, kill.
Just a typical lap dog.
Well, I think we should find out exactly what our players are thinking and which camp they're siding in. So we got to chat to them about their favorite dogs.
My dog is a boxer. He weighs about 35 kilos, so he's like a big guy. His name is Neo, like the former VP player actually. At least to me, it's definitely a really good way to stress down. Since we have a big dog, you know, he also gotta get a lot of walks. So to me, it's just a great thing having a dog, and yeah, a really good way to stress down and yeah, have a good time.
The black and white dog is Ruffy, and the tan one is Josie. They like to go for hikes. Having dogs in your life is good. It kind of like gets you in a routine. It's companionship. It's a lot of responsibility, especially if like you have a gamer schedule. So you're going to bed really late. You're waking up really late. So it gets me out of bed in the morning.
This is Mara. Yep, she's my little puppy we got at Christmas. She's half husky, half poodle. I've always wanted a dog. I tried to get a dog when I first started casting, and then I realized the travel schedule would be too much. So I actually had a puppy all picked out and had to give it up at the last second. That was actually right before going to DreamHack Cluj-Napoca. That was like the week before I left. So we always had cats growing up, and I decided it was time to try something new, time to get a dog. Having a dog is fun as hell. I thought I'd be a little bit overwhelmed by the responsibility of it, but man, I don't know. It's just so chill. It's a good way to just like get outside, go for a walk. She's got a lot of energy between husky and poodle. Oh man, it's a good time. Dogs are amazing. Boop. Boop. To compare with the coaching role and having a dog, the biggest thing is just, you know, firm, consistent instructions over a period of time will usually produce the results that you're looking for.
I cannot get over how cute Jason's dog is, man. They were all so adorable. But, you know, moving back on to the Counter-Strike train, we love dogs, but we also have got to focus, of course, on the game we know and love. And it's time for our tip of the day, and we really have saved the best till last, at least for me, because it's Art giving his top tips.
This tip comes from me personally. When I started playing like CS professionally, I was like grinding, you know, higher ranks. And at that point, I just facing not such good players, you know. So for me, playing CS at that time was just making it simpler. You know, don't get too complex, don't make too many tactics. Just play everybody together with a simple way of playing. Just go for the bomb site and try to play 5v2 because there's 2 cities and 5 terrorists. Try to face them. A city, try to be aggressive so you can cut the corners and don't let them attack on you, so they don't play 5v2 against you on a site. Try to make it simpler so you don't get confused and try to get better in this way. So for new players that are trying to hit higher ranks, just play your opponents. They're not so good, so you have to play with numbers, you know. It's gonna be best for you.
Begin with the basics. That is the word of the day from Art. And you know what, Christine? I think it couldn't have come from a more apt guy.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, keeping it simple is the name of the game for Furia. They tend to always just play the numbers game, process of elimination. Whatever part of the map they're at, relay that information to your teammates and make a firm decision, a collective decision together. And I like that. I like not overthinking. Don't overload your senses inside the game. That's going to lead to hesitation. That's going to lead to doubt. That's just going to lead to way too much information. So yeah, definitely keep it simple, stupid.
Well, of course, that's not all that we're going to be seeing from we're going to be seeing them later in the grand finals. But of course, we've got to start off with EU, and I think we can take a recap of that bracket, exactly where we are standing at the moment, just in case you missed out on any of the action. You know what? If you had, you need to go back and re-watch those VODs because they were some incredible games. But Blair, Heroic versus Big, maybe not the competition that we saw on the side of the Complexity versus Heroic camp, but man, they deserve to be here.
Oh yeah, 100%. I feel like almost any of these 4 teams could have made it to the finals. Right? Complexity was so close to beating Heroic, and then we had Big heartbreak for OG. OG had a rough day yesterday, even in the IEM New York quals as well. They've been having a rough day, but yeah, anyone could have made it. The cool thing here for me is Heroic. They haven't won a single event this year. This lineup hasn't. And this could be the first opportunity. That'd be great. Coming out of player break, kind of new lineup, and they win a tournament for the first time this year. That'd be a great storyline. At the same time, big. They're #1 for a reason.
Exactly, indeed. The pressure is certainly on for both of these teams. And with that, I don't think we should wait a moment longer to start kicking off the proceedings. It's Grand Finals Day here at DreamHack Open Summer, and everything is on the line. A showdown for the ages is about to unfold. Can the Giants of Big claim their second DreamHack Open title this year? Or will Cadian's men firmly plant their Danish flag? Find out after this.